What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the future of Kitchen Table TCG. Today we're going to do a little bit of a walkthrough, give you an update on the card shop life, building a new LGS. Go watch the first video if you haven't watched that. And then we're going to talk about Spider-Man and Magic the Gathering collector boxes as we get into the market dynamics of the world these days. So things that have been changed. Obviously, we have gotten rid of the absolutely atrocious red wall. And here we have really the colors that we're going to go with. We matched the ground color, like the nice light, I don't know if you can see it, but the light color of the ground with these panelings. I didn't want to get rid of the paneling because I know it's not like the best looking thing, but it would have been a ton of work to scrape all the walls and do all the stuff that's behind that because of the way they put it in. And then also you would have like exposed outlets, and there's an outlet, right? I'm pointing at it, but it's not there. An outlet, you'd have exposed outlets, and I don't love that. So we're gonna leave this the way it was. We painted it with that gray that matches the floor. We put new baseboards around that are matching with the rest. They had this like ugly baseboard in. And then we went with just like a white color on the thing, like an off-white. Here's my vision for the off-white. There's gonna be posters everywhere, and all of these colors will match all the posters. So Magic the Gathering gives us posters at every release. We will be putting all those posters up on the wall in nice frames, that kind of thing. You can see our TV is gonna go up there for the event hosting. So the idea is like the white just matches everything, but it also makes the room feel bigger. And we do have these awesome blinds that I pulled up last time to show you how awesome the space was. So we're working on painting. We had to prime, obviously, and then I went with a horizontal or a diagonal line here, just to kind of bring in the space this way. Again, I'm really excited about this wall. I don't know why. I'm gonna do something fun. I don't know exactly what it's gonna be, but on this wall, I think we're gonna have something that's gonna bring out like the community, right? Like some form of, the last week's draft winner, and it's like a photo of them or something. I don't know. We're gonna do something cool there. And then for the bathrooms, instead of male and female bathrooms, we're gonna do Pokemon and Magic the Gathering bathrooms, and they're gonna be themed for that. So I'm really excited for that. Haven't gotten a ton of other stuff done. I did order a fridge to put in there because I am thirsty all the time while we're working here. We're gonna get slat wall back here. We've got contracting starting on Monday with this wall. I've demoed, right now today I'm demoing the back end of this thing to try to get that to work. Still not 100% sure how we're gonna make it work with display cases on the front because we really wanna keep this bar top because we really like it. But we'll keep you updated on that. Then this weekend, I was here for 8 hours pressure washing. We put degreaser all over the floor to get rid of the kitchen stink. We put degreaser all over the floor, and then I pressure washed. Ran into all sorts of problems, but I think they're all getting solved. This kitchen basically is 60 years old. So it's not, even, it doesn't always go to the drain. It was a mess. It was a complete disaster. But we got this all smelling better. We primed all the walls. I know you should never paint tile, but somebody had already painted it. So we primed it again to kind of mask that kind of kitchen smell after we pressure washed it. And then the cooler, we got rid of the door. Gave it back to the landlord. We got rid of the cooler door. This will just be where we have storage in here, and it no longer smells like lobsters. So that was a lot of fun. All in all, pretty stoked about our current state of things. I think I wasn't supposed to be here last weekend. Some stuff came up. And so I was able to get like a big jump start on it all. And I feel pretty good about it. So yeah. All right, let's talk. I'm not going to reset the camera. I'm just going to hold it. Let's talk Magic the Gathering collector boxes. Predominantly Final Fantasy collector boxes. $1,400 and still selling like completely rapidly. $1,400. Do you understand how much money $1,400 is? $1,400 is, I'm guessing, nearly everybody who watches this video. I'm guessing it's more than your rent or your mortgage of your home. That'd be my guess. $1,400 for Final Fantasy collector boxes. And here's the deal. Hands down. We were talking about this in the Gold Wizard Discord channel chat. Hands down, this is a $2,000 box by the end of the year. Hands down. The question is it a $2,000 box or is it a $3,000 box? That's really the outline question, I think, with Final Fantasy collector boxes. The only other question is, do they put out some sort of special collector edition? I know the comment section hates anytime I talk about that, but that's not off the table yet. It's still early enough. What is it, August? It's still early enough. September, October, I think, is when they would actually announce it. I think a lot of people who are selling their Final Fantasy boxes right now are anticipating that they do some sort of special collector edition. Now, we know we're getting a Chocobo bundle, and we know we're getting a Scene bundle. They've already said that. They have not said we're not getting a special edition collector box. They haven't said we are getting a special edition collector box. So in September or October, whenever distribution puts out pre-orders for that second wave of Final Fantasy products, that's when these boxes, in my opinion, are gonna see a more rapid increase or decrease in price. That's the risk level for Final Fantasy collector boxes. Until then, it's gonna just gradually be up. There's no more supply. We had the gift bundle thing come out, and like you saw a little bit of a dip on the collector boxes. But that's over, done, gone with. And now you're gonna just see a slow climb until there's some sort of drastic news. And I think that drastic news is going to be one of the two things. And I don't know which one it is. My gut, my money, my bet is that we don't see a special collector edition box. But I've been wrong many times. I would not actually bet on that. Like, I would not, for me, I might sell a couple. I have a couple of collector boxes. We might sell some of them just to fund some of the stuff we're doing here. But at the end of the day, like, I don't know. But that leads into Spider-Man, and here's the whole thing. It's all wild. This whole industry is crazy right now. Final Fantasy brought Magic the Gathering into this new world of not just Magic fans, and we saw this with Lord of the Rings, I know, but if you look at the sales data that Mark Rosewater or whoever, the owner, or the CEO, I can't remember, Hicks, whatever his name is, that he put out, the sales data was wild. They sold infinitely more Final Fantasy. They increased the print run 4 times. It's crazy. And so Final Fantasy brought in so many, call them what you want, Poke Bros, Pokemon collectors, sports cards collectors, so many people who don't have an interest in Magic the Gathering, which is a good thing. That is what Wizards wants. That means that Universes Beyond is working from a logistical standpoint. Now, say what you want about wanting to play against Spider-Man or not. Like, I understand that. I hear you. We're all there. Okay, we've made that video 100 times. But if you are Magic the Gathering and you look at this, you want those people to come into the game to buy product. That's what they want. So it's working. The problem is they're just buying everything up. Spider-Man? Why is Spider-Man $1,000 a box? Most stores might have one distro that's given allocations. I'm at 3 distribution centers. I have allocations from one of them. They're my smallest distro. The 2 major distros we use, I have no clue how many boxes we're getting. For collector boxes, for play boxes, I anticipate with my order for this set, which is astronomical, I anticipate I might get allocated on play boxes. Now, don't hear that and go out and panic buy a bunch of play boxes. I am asking for 4 times the amount of play boxes that I got for Final Fantasy because my stuff, my Gold Wizards, my program has been growing, and so people are asking for it. So I am growing at a rapid rate, and I'm not sure that distribution is going to be able to keep up with that with play boxes. Now, I hope I don't get any allocations on play boxes and I get them all. But I am anticipating that we may run into some issues with things that we haven't run into issues before. We already saw this with Commander decks. I think the next step is going to be play boxes. But collector boxes, people who are buying them right now are taking a big gamble on stores knowing their allocations. And I don't want to talk poorly about, other stores and other things, but like, if you are doing pre-orders for Spider-Man right now, you better really make sure you know your numbers. You better really have confidence in those numbers, because what we're going to see, and I know a lot of people will say, oh, they canceled my order. That's because the boxes went up in price, blah, blah, blah. A lot of times people cancel your order because they thought they were gonna get 100 boxes and they got 15, or they got 20, or they got 25. And so they oversold by 50, 100 boxes and they can't fulfill your order. And I anticipate that we're gonna see a lot of that with Spider-Man, just as a result of, I don't think that Wizards can print enough of it. I don't think that Wizards can keep up. They already had to take printer time away to print more Final Fantasy. Edge of Eternities, they already kind of axed the print run. We all talked about that. We all know that. I don't think that Wizards can insert enough product into the marketplace. And also, spoiler alert, they don't want to. Wizards wants their product to be expensive. They want this kind of hype that things are going up to price. They obviously want this from a collector box standpoint. And so I anticipate that collector boxes, you might see an initial drop, because the sell-through rate on TCG players is only like 9 to 10 boxes a day, which is nothing compared to Final Fantasy. I mean, Final Fantasy was like 50 to 75, even upwards of that on some days, on kind of the higher tier days. But the Spider-Man boxes, a breaker just blew, that's hilarious. The Spider-Man boxes are not moving that quickly. So when stores do get their allocations, you're gonna see a dip. But the problem is, it also happens that when stores get their allocations, around that time frame, the consumer starts wanting to make sure they get their boxes in and pre-orders in. So you're gonna see a supply increase, but you're also gonna see a demand increase. And so it'll be interesting to see if boxes go up or down from 900. I don't know. I'm anticipating we see like $750 boxes on release is my gut for Spider-Man, which is really expensive. And like Wizards, leaving money on the table, but I think they know what they're doing. I think they want that because they want to generate this kind of hype. And at the end of the day, you're gonna see Wizards start doing direct to consumer. You know that their end goal here, or I know that their end goal here is to recreate the Pokemon Center experience, where you go on, there's a queue, there's a wait line to get some sort of promo card and box, maybe even a special edition box, that type of thing. Wizards has that in their sites. And by increasing the market value of a booster box, otherwise lowering the supply so that the market value goes up, they generate a lot of hype and a lot of demand for that kind of thing. So that would be my gut on what's happening. The rest of the collector boxes are just following suit. I mean, everything is complete. I did a video 2 months ago or a month ago that things were pumping for collector boxes. Everything's up 25% from there. Now the lower end one, somebody bought out all of our Kaldheim collector boxes on our website because we were $10 below market price. So they went and bought from us instead of buying from the TCG player, which is great. Like I'm not sad about it. My point is, like, Kaldheim, nobody wants Kaldheim. Nobody has ever wanted Kaldheim. But now all of a sudden, with everything drifting up, if you're a streamer, if you're just a guy who likes opening packs, or if you're a streamer, you start buying the other stuff because at least you can do something. So that's my thoughts on the collector stuff. That's my update on the store. I'm hoping the next update, we're kind of done painting. Maybe we won't be actually, but we can move on and start building like the singles room. Like I can't wait to do that video of like what we choose to do back there and how we choose to do it. I'm really struggling with not just getting everything done super quick and trying to get things done in a way that's like really efficient and really well done for our actual business. But there's a temptation to be like, hey, let's get open and let's do this. And I foil to that temptation sometimes, not gonna lie to y'all. But it's fun, and hopefully you enjoyed the process with us. Have a fantastic day. Remember to be kind to the people around you. Remember that in this life thing, you got your ups and downs. The only thing you can control is how you interact with other people. You can have a crappy day. That doesn't mean you should interact with somebody crappily. And so be kind to people. It'll make you feel better. Just choose to be kind to people. Have yourselves a great day. Be kind to people around you.